Hello, homeschool families. I'm so glad you're here. We are diving deep into all the homeschool topics we need to before we start homeschooling for fall 2020. Now, if you are watching, go ahead and subscribe because that means you're trying to learn about homeschooling and I'm trying to help you because I'm not a guru or anything like that, but having homeschooled for a few years, I understand the frustrations, anxieties, all that stuff that you're going through, including today's topic. I want to homeschool, but I'm not patient enough. I still say I'm not patient enough to homeschool, but we're going to talk about some things that you can do so that you increase your patience. One of them is just straight up homeschooling so that you feel more confident in your ability to leave your family without yelling and 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 yelling. But I must admit, nobody's perfect. In fact, I yelled at my kids on the way to make this video. So that we're going to go ahead and talk about the few things that you need to do to get started with your patience, growing your patience. And so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that you can do to increase your patience during this time. So the first is to slow down. Not everything has to get done the first day of homeschool. Okay, we want to rush because we feel like if we accomplish this, we're successful homeschoolers, and that's not the case. That is not the case. We definitely want to slow down and realize that we're on a timetable that our family needs to be on. So we're not on a timetable that, the state standards require. We're not on a timetable like for anything like that because we're in a different season of life, okay? Everybody's going through this pandemic. Everybody's experiencing this extra stress that underlies our life. And so we can be patient with ourselves by slowing down and realizing not everything has to be done all at once, because if we feel like it does, we're going to be very upset and we're going to lash out at someone, and it's usually their children. So definitely slow down and have a schedule set in place, but realize that it may or may not get done on the time you expect it to, and that's okay. The second tip I have for increasing your patience is think before you speak. This is something that modeling for our kids will be good for them, because this is what we want for our kids. But if we don't do it, how are they supposed to do it either? So definitely think before you speak. If you have to, if your anger just reaches those levels, be like, I am so angry right now. I need to calm down. Please be patient while I go to the restroom, or I will be back in a few minutes. As long as you have little ones that are accounted for and things like that. As long as someone's in danger, please step away and calm yourself down before you say something that you will regret, before you say something that harms them, before people get hurt. The third tip for growing your patience is grace. Realize that people make mistakes. Your kids make mistakes. You make mistakes. You make mistakes with your patience, by speaking before you think and all that stuff. So give yourself grace and be willing to apologize. Learn to apologize sincerely to your children and not just say, I'm sorry that I was like that. And then you do it again in 5 minutes. Apologize to your children, and then never be too, let's just take a moment right there. Never be too big to apologize to your children. I hate that. 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 As a kid, I don't remember too many apologies that were given to me, but I can remember a lot of times that I needed one. And so be the person that's willing to apologize to your children, and be the person that's willing to follow up with that apology. So that would be my third thing, is also give yourself grace. Know that you are going to make mistakes and that they are going to make mistakes, and that everybody should just be blanketed with knowing that happens. That happens, but we still love each other at the same level all the time. We still want to work together at the same level all the time. So give yourself grace so that can happen. The fourth thing is realize what's important. So many times an assignment we're working on seems more important than their mental health. You have to ask yourself this question, what's more important right now? Them memorizing the multiplication tables, or them remembering they have a mom that supports them? Because if you're getting frustrated and angry that they aren't mastering something, they aren't going to feel supported by you. They're going to feel like they're letting you down, that they're disappointing you. So think about what's important, that they master this today, or that they feel the love and support of the caregiver right now. So we always have to be asking ourselves what's important, because our patience is going to run out if we are running after everything that is unimportant and missing out on the stuff that it truly is. The fifth thing, we already kind of talked about this, is forgive yourself and do better. Don't say, oh, I messed up, and then have it still be the pattern. Like, if you're getting better at that pattern, great. But if it's something that you're not working on, you're like, oh, I'm sorry, and you just still like pummel through with that same behavior, that's not what you want at all. So be able to forgive yourself and do better. Forgive yourself and do better. Don't just forgive yourself, forgive yourself, forgive yourself, forgive yourself and do better. That way you are climbing out of this behavior of impatience or excess anger or whatever it is. Last thing that we need to do to increase our patience is set goals and not expectations. I talk about this a lot, because if we set expectations for our kids and they don't meet them when we expect them to meet them, they have that disappointment. They have that low self-esteem, and we have that impatience, that anger. So if we set goals that can be moved for appropriate days, if we set goals that are achievable to them where they are not achievable where we think they should be, that is so much more attainable for them on such a healthier level than them not meeting our expectations and just suffering from that disappointment. So those are my things to help you grow your patience. Now, I am not a patience master at all, and I don't expect you guys to be either, but homeschooling is the opportunity for us to really grow our patience. If you ever prayed for patience, well, guess what? You're homeschooling now. And these are things we want. These are good things that we want for ourselves. And so these are wonderful opportunities for that. Fist bump, we got this. I will see y'all tomorrow, where we will talk about things we need to prioritize in our homeschool. So yeah, I look forward to seeing y'all then. Bye.